We're back in the Sahara with the camel and the pyramid, and we're looking at the Sphinx now that has its nose blown off. We're in Ireland, we're looking at the clothes that you wear, the shawls, the eggs. We've got Snow White, we've got 100 years, and we're going back to Asia, and now we're going to go to Afghanistan, and we're going to have a look at this picture here. This is an old tradition with bug-eye, hide at it, cut the nose off and have a look. There she is. That is bug-eye, and this girl will give you the infection, and people get upset. They get upset with the people that give you the infections because bug-eye has been there for so long. And she looks so beguiling, doesn't she? But she has got this problem, and that is that she's got brain damage. She's got hydatids in her head. It's got a way of moving. So let's go through what evidence we have from the ancient past, perhaps. We've got things left for us, messages. We've got a tilak from the Sikhs in the Punjab, a red flame on the third eye, sexual gratification, a third eye. Tilak or not tilak? The Buddhists have a third eye. It looks like a worm. It looks like a snake worm. That's what it looks like when it's standing up. On every blinking apex, the reason why we put this blinking pyramid in, if we had bug-eye here, she would be on every corner. She'd be there. She'd be up there. She'd be there. She'd be there. She'd be there. She would be there. And they'd be sitting there like that, looking. And you'd have worms there in groups on all the apices. She goes everywhere. She sprinkles the whole jolly house. Now, the Egyptian eye art was pretty heavy too. And there's a third eye. Rightio, so let's look at what she does. She causes brain damage. What she does, and you can see this with any parasite, getting into the body, it restructures an area for its own lifestyle and reproduction. But what she does is she turns everybody into a hunter, and she gyroscopes like a cat, and she goes into the deep brain, up the nose, and where we know there is a wet ecology, we call it the hippocampus, she reorganises deep brain structures to make a layer from which she works. And she uses it like a gyroscope to move the head to see what she wants out of her feeding tray. Now, this is a gruesome little picture that I've just done, and it's to show you how bug-eye works. She's a brown snake worm. She reorganises the deep brain structures to make a gyroscoping platform, which is a wet surface. She drips down the nose from eye fluids because she comes out the eye. We used to have an operation called a lobotomy, and people would stick a knife right in there and wiggle it around and then draw it out to see if she was there. Rightio, she would be if you'd noticed her that badly. But what she does is come out the nose, and she drips down the incisor or the fang to live in the mouth. And there are two little holes at the back of the mouth that go up into the nose and sinuses, and she also moves up and down into the eustachian tube. By then she's got the whole head, and she's organising the head for her own desires. Hydatids. And you wouldn't think so, because young, she doesn't look that sick, does she? They don't look that sick. But when people know that they've got bug-eye, oh, they get angry with them. They get angry and say, why don't you just cut off the nose and have a look at the infection up the nose, because that's where it enters the body. That's an Afghani case. There you go.